Hi everyone, this is Soprano Musings, and I want to talk about something that I have been striving to do for the last few weeks now. I applied for the TaLK program, which is Teach and Learn in Korea, and I have been just a whirlwind of emotions, excited, nervous, anxious, just I don't know, grateful, I guess, even is on that list. But let me back up a little bit in case you're not sure what TaLK program is. Again, it's Teach and Learn in Korea, and what it is a program that allows people that meet the qualifications to experience Korea. You get to teach overseas Korea. I believe will be teaching after school programs and things like that. And if you've been on my channel before, then you know that last year I went to Thailand, which was beyond amazing. And that's where I learned to teach. I received my TOEFL and my TESOL, and I have been hesitant about going back to school to receive my bachelor's, so that I can teach in more places overseas. And TaLK was one of the first programs that I had heard of when I decided that I wanted to really try teaching overseas. And I believe it was like 2 or 3 years ago. And I had just missed by just a few days the deadline to submit my information. And y'all, I cannot front, I was so heartbroken. Like, I remember talking to my friends in one of my groups for I'm a fan of Hallyu, so I was talking to a group of my friends in Hallyu, and I was like, you guys, I just missed this. And I'm like, I'm never gonna get this opportunity again, this really sucks. And I was just all sorts of sad. And years later, here we are. And this time I went full guns blazing. Like, I did not hesitate. I submitted all the information I needed. Getting some of that information was a bit of a hassle because I now work online, and finding recommendations within the period of time that they needed was a bit tricky, but I somehow managed to do it. And there was a brief moment 2 weeks ago where I thought that they hadn't received my paperwork, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie, the day I contacted the consulate in Georgia and she said she hadn't received my paperwork, I was so heartbroken. And so after that night, I like I said, I cried my eyes out in the bathroom because I didn't want my roommates to worry about me. And I was like, oh, it's okay, they'll find it, in front of everybody. But it was like, yeah, it's okay. And then in the bathroom, I was like, it was really bad. So I thought, okay, it was like I had never applied at all. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna see my friends, and I'm gonna try to unwind and try to process what happened. And lo and behold, I was out with friends of mine in Clearwater, helping a friend of mine with a job assignment that she had. And my roommate at the time, my phone was like, she was blowing up my phone, and she's like, TaLK called me because I had her as my emergency contact, and she's like, call them now, why aren't you answering your phone? And once I saw all the messages that she left me, like, everything came to a screeching halt. And I was like, to my friends in the car with me, we're on our way back to Fort Myers, where I live, and I just remember looking at my friend in the passenger seat, and I'm like, Allie, TaLK has called. TaLK has called. This is not a drill. And I felt so revived. Like, my whole world again changed, and I loved it. And it was just, ever since then, I had my initial interview with the consulate, and then this Saturday I had my final interview with the headquarters, and I have just been I feel so happy, you don't even know. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. Now, after my final interview with headquarters of TaLK, I was feeling pretty confident before the interview. I was a little nervous because, again, it was the final thing. Like, at this point, I knew after that interview that there was nothing else I could do. I had done everything up until now to make this work, to make this happen. And it gave me a sense of peace, like, girl, you did it. Like, I just kept thinking back to 2 or 3 years ago where I didn't even have the chance to submit my information, to talk to anybody. And I think that's where the gratitude feeling comes in. I felt incredibly grateful that I even had the opportunity to get to this point of the process to talk. And I think that's really what calmed me and kind of centered me. Now, I had my interview. I should know from today, I should know within 30 days whether or not I was accepted. My interviewer, he explained to me that all applicants go through a screening process, and there's a committee that talks about each applicant. And so that had already happened the previous month, and now this month they would meet again, and they would speak, and then they would look at all of our credentials and all that stuff. And now it's like I presented this body of work. I created this body of work that basically says, pick me, pick me to teach and learn in Korea. And I'm hoping that they do. I really do. Although this is the first day of knowing that, and it's like I have been going stir crazy. Like I keep trying to find things to do to distract myself from even thinking about it, but the more I do that, that's all I think about. And so now I'm watching YouTube videos of other previous applicants that have gone and have participated in this program, and that is why I wanted to make this video, because I really wanted to know if there was anyone else that had also applied for the TaLK program for this term, and how are you processing it? How do you feel now that you've had your interviews and now you're just waiting to hear back from headquarters to find out if you were accepted into the program or not? And I'm always trying to, center myself, give myself positive vibes and energy and all that stuff. So I would really welcome that on the comment section below. Also, if you've participated in the TaLK program, what do you remember most about the waiting process for you? What was that like? And what was it like when you found out that you were accepted? Or what was it like when you found out that you weren't accepted? Did you apply again? It's weird because during my interview, I had no questions about that, because I went over that website with a fine-tooth comb to make sure I had everything they needed and that I could answer if I didn't. And so I had no questions about that. But now that it's all done for the most part, I have all these questions about how to process how I'm feeling. And it's been amazing. It's such a rush. And I really hope that I am accepted. If I'm not accepted, I have plans. I'm not sure where I will go. I still have my online job, but I really hope that I'm accepted. If not, then it is what it is, and I will keep going. But if I'm not accepted, I decided just now, by the way, that I will share my my statement of purpose with you all. If I'm not accepted, maybe that'll help me in some way gain clarity and try to remember why I want to teach in the first place. And yeah, I'm super excited right now, and I'm probably going to drive all my friends crazy for the next 29 days. So today is May 1st. So after today, there's 29 more days. And now that I think about it, I think the best way for me to kind of like do something with all this energy that I have would be to do a weekly vlog where I just check in. Is that still called a vlog? I think so. Yeah, where I just check in and let you guys know how I feel and all that fun stuff. And if you have any questions for me further about TaLK, you've never heard of it before, that's TaLK, TaLK program, and I will post the link and all that fun stuff below. But if you have any questions and you'd like for me to do another video about that or a Q&A, that would be really cool. Just something to distract myself with, that would be great. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and be inspired, stay inspiring. I will see you all in my next video. Bye. 안녕. 안녕하십니까.